You were warned at the perfect moment. Archangel Michael confirms it ***. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you stopped right here, this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. Take a breath and stay, because this isn't random, this isn't coincidence, and this isn't fear speaking, this is timing, and timing is everything. Listen to this. Archangel Michael confirms that the warning you felt did not arrive too early or too late. It arrived at the only moment it could actually change something. You were just about to move forward the way you always have, guided by habit, pressure, or emotional momentum, and heaven stepped in quietly, gently, without panic, because panic was never the message. Don't scroll. This message is for you because the warning didn't come as a loud voice or dramatic sign. It came as a pause in your chest, a hesitation in your body, a subtle feeling that something familiar suddenly felt heavy instead of safe. Listen to this. That feeling wasn't confusion, it was discernment waking up. Your heart needs this right now because discernment arrives calmly, not urgently. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that warnings evolve as you do. In the past, warnings may have come through chaos, heartbreak, or collapse. But now, because of your growth, they come through awareness. Through a quiet wait. Through a moment of stillness where you suddenly see clearly. Listen to this. You didn't imagine it. You didn't overthink it. You didn't miss anything. You noticed exactly what you were meant to notice. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you've reached a level of spiritual awakening where protection no longer needs to scare you to get your attention. It can whisper, and you will hear it. Listen to this. You felt the shift over time, less tolerance for drama, more sensitivity to energy, faster emotional exhaustion in places you once endured. That's not weakness, that's alignment refining your nervous system. Your heart needs this right now because growth doesn't always feel exciting, sometimes it feels like clarity arriving before repetition. Don't scroll. Angel numbers didn't appear randomly around this moment either. 11. 11 showed up when you were standing between old patterns and new alignment, reminding you that awareness itself is a sign. 222 appeared when balance was possible but required you to stop overgiving. 444 showed up when you were tired but still protected, reminding you that you are not alone even when you slow down. Listen to this. These weren't instructions to rush, they were confirmations that the warning came from love, not fear. Don't scroll. This moment also reaches into love and soulmate energy more deeply than you may realize. Whether someone is approaching your life, revealing their truth, or slowly being removed, the warning wasn't about punishment, it was about protection. Protection from repeating emotional labor, from accepting confusion as chemistry, from mistaking intensity for destiny. Your heart needs this right now because real love does not destabilize your peace to prove itself. Recognition feels calm. Recognition feels mutual. Recognition feels safe in your body. Don't scroll. This message is for you because Archangel Michael is guarding your heart from another cycle that would have looked familiar but felt draining. Listen to this. The warning didn't mean something bad is about to happen. It meant something important is about to repeat unless you choose differently. And because you noticed, because you paused, repetition lost its power. Don't scroll. You may feel conflicted right now. Part of you wanting to move forward anyway, another part feeling relief at slowing down. That tension isn't confusion, it's the moment old conditioning meets new awareness. Your heart needs this right now because choosing awareness over habit is how destinies quietly shift. Listen to this. Archangel Michael is not asking you to confront anyone, explain yourself, or make a dramatic decision. He's asking you to trust the warning enough to wait, observe, and choose from calm instead of pressure. Don't scroll. The most powerful redirections happen quietly. Listen to this. You are not being blocked, you are being guided. You are not being delayed, you are being protected from walking into something that would have cost you peace. Don't scroll. After this moment, you may notice subtle changes, your responses slow down, your boundaries feel firmer, your need to explain yourself fades. That's not distance, that's discernment becoming embodied. Your heart needs this right now because discernment doesn't shout, it settles. Listen to this. There may still be a voice that questions the warning, that says, maybe it's nothing, maybe I'm overthinking, maybe I should just move on. That voice once kept you safe by minimizing risk. But now it minimizes truth. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael confirms that what you felt was real, valid, and perfectly timed. Listen to this. Destiny does not punish caution. Destiny does not rush clarity. Destiny responds to alignment. And alignment feels like the calm you're experiencing right now. Don't scroll. One day, and that day will come sooner than you think, you'll look back at this exact moment and realize this was the turning point. Not because something dramatic happened, but because something didn't happen. You didn't repeat. You didn't override your intuition. You didn't move forward out of habit. Your heart needs this right now because restraint can be just as powerful as action. Don't scroll. Stay with this feeling for a few more seconds. Let the warning complete its work. Feel how calm feels different from fear. Fear is tight. Calm is steady. Calm is how heaven confirms alignment. And because you listened, because you paused, because you stayed, Archangel Michael's message is clear, you were warned at the perfect moment. And that moment changed everything quietly, gently, and exactly as it was meant to. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you stayed for part 2, this message is now speaking to the deeper layer of why the warning arrived exactly when it did, and your heart needs this right now. This is where Archangel Michael wants you to understand that timing is not coincidence, it is confirmation. Listen to this. The reason the warning came when it did is because you were finally ready to respond differently. In the past, warnings came and you felt them, but you pushed through anyway. You told yourself it would be different this time. You trusted potential instead of patterns. You explained away discomfort instead of honoring it. Don't scroll. This message is for you because this time, you paused. And that pause is what changed the outcome before it even happened. Listen to this. Archangel Michael confirms that heaven does not interrupt you randomly, it intervenes when awareness can still alter the direction. You weren't being tested, you were being protected. Protected from repeating an emotional contract you already fulfilled. Protected from reopening a chapter that had already taught you everything it could. Your heart needs this right now because repetition does not mean fate, it means an invitation to choose differently. Don't scroll. You may be wondering why the warning felt calm instead of urgent. That's because urgency belongs to fear, and this warning came from alignment. When fear warns you, it tightens your chest. When truth warns you, it steadies your breath. Listen to this. The steadiness you felt wasn't indifference, it was clarity without adrenaline. Don't scroll. This message is for you because your nervous system has matured enough to receive guidance without chaos. That's spiritual awakening integrating into real life. Listen to this. Your awakening didn't arrive with fireworks or dramatic visions, it arrived with discernment. You noticed sooner. You felt shifts faster. You stopped tolerating confusion as normal. Angel numbers reflected this transition. 1111 appeared when you were standing between old choices and new alignment, reminding you that awareness itself is the doorway. 222 appeared when balance was possible but required restraint. 44 showed up when you were exhausted but still protected, confirming you didn't have to force anything anymore. Don't scroll. These signs didn't push you forward, they asked you to pause. Listen to this. This part of the message goes straight to love and soulmate energy, because love has been the place where warnings were hardest to honor. You wanted to believe. You wanted to give another chance. You wanted to trust words over patterns. And that didn't make you weak, it made you human. But your heart needs this right now because divine love does not require you to ignore your intuition to keep connection alive. Recognition feels calm. Recognition feels mutual. Recognition does not rush your healing or test your boundaries. Don't scroll. Whether someone is approaching your life, revealing their truth, or quietly being removed, Archangel Michael confirms the warning was not about loss, it was about alignment. About preventing another cycle where you gave more than you received, waited longer than you should have, or explained away what your body already knew. Listen to this. The warning didn't say, run. It said, see clearly. Don't scroll. You may feel grief mixed with relief right now. Grief for what you hoped something could be. Relief for what you no longer have to carry. That mix is sacred. It means you're releasing illusion without closing your heart. Your heart needs this right now because growth doesn't harden you, it refines you. Listen to this. Archangel Michael wants you to know that restraint is not rejection. Waiting is not failure. Saying, not yet, or, not this, is an act of self-respect, not fear. Don't scroll. You were warned because you were ready to listen, not because something bad was about to happen. Listen to this. Heaven doesn't rush people who are aligned, it protects them from rushing themselves. Don't scroll. After this message, you may notice subtle changes. You no longer feel pulled to explain your decisions. You don't feel anxious about silence. You don't feel obligated to respond immediately. That's not detachment, that's authority settling in. Authority over your time. Authority over your energy. Authority over your future. Your heart needs this right now because authority is the opposite of helplessness. Listen to this. There may still be a voice that whispers doubt. What if I misread it? What if I miss out? Hear this clearly. What is meant for you will not require you to override your intuition to receive it. Destiny does not punish discernment. Destiny responds to it. Don't scroll. This part exists because most people receive warnings and ignore them until pain forces understanding. You received the warning early enough to avoid the pain entirely. That is grace. Listen to this. Grace doesn't always look like something added to your life. Sometimes it looks like something removed before it can hurt you. Don't scroll. One day, you will look back at this moment, the moment you paused instead of pushing forward, and realize this was the quiet miracle. Not a dramatic rescue, but a gentle redirection. Your heart needs this right now because quiet miracles change lives without leaving scars. Stay with this calm for a few more seconds. Let the confirmation settle. Because you didn't miss the warning. You honored it. And honoring it is what allowed Archangel Michael to confirm it came at the perfect moment, the moment you were finally ready to choose peace over repetition. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here for part 3, this message is now touching the deepest layer of why Archangel Michael intervened when he did, and your heart needs this right now. This is where confirmation turns into clarity and clarity turns into peace that finally stays. Listen to this. The warning came at the perfect moment because something inside you had already changed, even if your life hadn't caught up yet. You were no longer the same person who used to override intuition to keep connections, opportunities, or peace on the surface. You were already questioning patterns, already feeling tired of explaining yourself, already sensing that familiar paths no longer led anywhere new. Don't scroll. This message is for you because heaven waits until the soul is ready before it redirects the path. Listen to this. Archangel Michael confirms that timing aligns with readiness, not desperation. In the past, warnings came and you felt them, but you weren't yet able to stop yourself. You told yourself, just one more time, maybe this will change, I can handle it. That wasn't failure, that was learning. But your heart needs this right now because learning has finished its work. Don't scroll. The reason this warning felt calm instead of dramatic is because drama belongs to lessons, not mastery. You are no longer being taught through chaos, you are being guided through awareness. Listen to this. Awareness feels quieter because it doesn't need to scare you to get your attention. It trusts that you can hear truth without pain attached. Don't scroll. This message is for you because your spiritual awakening has moved into discernment you can trust in real time. You notice energy shifts sooner. You feel tension before words are spoken. You sense misalignment without needing proof. That is not overthinking, that is intuition integrating into your nervous system. Your heart needs this right now because intuition only works when you honor it without negotiation. Don't scroll. Angel numbers around this moment were confirmations, not coincidences. 11. 11 appeared when you stood between an old choice and a new awareness, reminding you that alignment begins with noticing. 222 showed up when balance was available but required you to stop overextending. 444 appeared when you were tired but still protected, reminding you that support does not disappear when you slow down. Listen to this. These signs weren't telling you to move faster, they were reassuring you that you were safe to pause. Don't scroll. This part of the message moves deeply into love and soulmate energy again, because love is where warnings are often hardest to honor. You once believed love required patience that hurt, hope that drained, and endurance that asked you to ignore yourself. Your heart needs this right now because divine love does not demand self-abandonment. Recognition feels calm. Recognition feels mutual. Recognition does not destabilize your peace to test your devotion. Don't scroll. Whether someone is approaching your life, revealing their truth, or being quietly removed, Archangel Michael confirms the warning was protecting you from repeating emotional labor disguised as destiny. Listen to this. The warning didn't mean you are losing something meant for you. It meant you are being spared from something that would have looked familiar but felt empty. Don't scroll. You may feel mixed emotions right now. Relief that you didn't move forward, grief for what you hoped might have been, and pride you didn't realize you felt yet. That mix is healing. It means you are releasing illusion without closing your heart. Your heart needs this right now because maturity doesn't harden you, it steadies you. Listen to this. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that restraint is strength when it comes from clarity. Waiting is not weakness when it comes from self-respect. You weren't warned to stop living. You were warned to stop repeating. Don't scroll. The most important part of this message is this: the warning worked because you listened. Even if you didn't fully understand it yet, you honored the pause. And honoring the pause is what changed the outcome before it could form. Listen to this. Heaven doesn't need you to understand everything immediately, it needs you to trust what feels calm instead of what feels urgent. Don't scroll. After this moment, you may notice your inner world reorganizing itself. Thoughts slow down. Reactions soften. You no longer feel pressure to decide right now. That's not avoidance, that's wisdom taking the lead. Your heart needs this right now because wisdom moves quietly but leaves lasting peace. Listen to this. There may still be doubt that whispers, "What if I misread the warning?" Hear this clearly: intuition does not repeat itself this clearly unless it matters. Truth doesn't chase you. It meets you when you're ready. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael confirms that what you felt was not fear, not imagination, not hesitation, it was alignment protecting itself. Listen to this. One day, when the outcome you avoided becomes clear, you will thank yourself for pausing. You will realize how much energy, confusion, and emotional labor you saved by listening when it mattered. Your heart needs this right now because peace you keep is just as important as blessings you receive. Don't scroll. Stay with this calm for a few seconds longer. Let the confirmation settle into your body. Feel how steady you are. That steadiness is the sign. And because you stayed, because you listened again, Archangel Michael's confirmation deepens. You were warned at the perfect moment, not to scare you, not to limit you, but to protect the version of you that finally chose clarity over repetition and peace over potential pain. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because if you are still here for part 4, this message is now anchoring the warning into your everyday life, and your heart needs this right now. This is where Archangel Michael wants confirmation to become confidence, where awareness turns into a steady way of choosing that no longer negotiates with doubt. Listen to this. The warning didn't just arrive to stop one action. It arrived to rewire how you recognize truth moving forward. You're beginning to notice that clarity shows up quietly, without needing a dramatic reason. It arrives as a settled feeling, a simple, "not this," or a calm, "wait," and that simplicity used to scare you because you were taught that important things come with intensity. Don't scroll. This message is for you because intensity once felt like proof, but now peace is the proof. Listen to this. Archangel Michael confirms that what you're feeling is integration. The moment when lessons stop being remembered and start being lived. You're no longer collecting experiences to understand yourself, you're choosing from what you already know. That's why the warning felt different this time. It didn't demand attention, it received it. Your heart needs this right now because readiness changes how guidance arrives. Don't scroll. Think about how your body responded when the warning came. There was no panic, no collapse, no rush to fix. Just a steady pause and a sense of, I can choose differently. That response is not accidental. It's the result of growth that happened quietly, over time, through moments you thought were setbacks but were actually training discernment. Listen to this. Discernment is the skill heaven uses to guide people who are ready to stop repeating lessons. Don't scroll. This message is for you because repetition thrives on speed. When you slow down, repetition loses momentum. And you slowed down in the exact moment it mattered. Listen to this. Your spiritual awakening is now embodied, meaning you don't need external validation to trust what you feel. You may still see signs, but they feel like confirmations instead of directions. Angel numbers continue to appear in subtle ways. 1111 now feels like alignment already in motion. 222 feels like balance holding because you didn't overextend. 444 feels like protection present even when you rest. These are not instructions to act, they are reassurances that you're safe to maintain your pace. Don't scroll. This part of the message moves into love and soulmate energy in a grounded, practical way, because love is where the warning will continue to guide you. You're no longer attracted to dynamics that require constant explanation, emotional labor, or uncertainty. You feel it immediately when something costs you peace. And instead of overriding that feeling, you're honoring it. Your heart needs this right now because love aligned with your destiny does not require endurance to prove worth. Recognition feels calm. Recognition feels mutual. Recognition feels like ease, not effort. Don't scroll. Whether a soulmate is approaching your life, revealing their truth, or being gently removed, Archangel Michael is ensuring your choices in love are made from clarity, not hope that ignores reality. Listen to this. Hope is beautiful, but hope without discernment becomes self-sacrifice. And you are done sacrificing yourself to keep something alive that doesn't nourish you. Don't scroll. The warning also affects how you engage with opportunities, conversations, and commitments. You may notice you're less eager to say yes immediately, less afraid of disappointing others, less concerned with filling silence. That's not apathy, that's self-trust stabilizing. Your heart needs this right now because self-trust reduces noise. Listen to this. Noise is what kept you second-guessing. Quiet is what lets truth speak. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael wants you to know that waiting does not mean losing momentum. Waiting means aligning momentum with intention. When momentum aligns with intention, outcomes stop surprising you in painful ways. Don't scroll. There may still be moments when doubt tries to test your resolve, reminding you of past choices, missed chances, or what-ifs. When that happens, return to your body. Notice whether the idea tightens your chest or softens your breath. The body remembers truth even when the mind revisits fear. Your heart needs this right now because the body has become your most honest guide. Listen to this. You are learning to trust the calm instead of chasing certainty. Certainty once felt necessary because uncertainty felt dangerous. Now uncertainty feels neutral, even informative. In uncertainty, you listen. In uncertainty, you don't rush to fill gaps. In uncertainty, you allow things to reveal themselves. Don't scroll. This message is for you because patience is not something you force, it's something you earn through trust. And you've earned it. Listen to this. Archangel Michael is not asking you to disengage from life. He's asking you to engage without self-betrayal. Engagement without self-abandonment is the new standard you're stepping into. Your heart needs this right now because standards rooted in peace attract what can meet them. Don't scroll. As this integrates, you'll notice life responding differently. Situations resolve with less effort. Conversations feel clearer. Decisions feel lighter. That's not coincidence, that's alignment reducing resistance. Listen to this. Resistance leaves when you stop pushing against yourself. Don't scroll. This part exists because most people receive warnings and rush back into habit once the initial feeling fades. You didn't. You stayed. And staying long enough to feel steadiness is what turned a warning into wisdom. Take one slow breath right now. Feel how grounded you are. That grounded feeling is not hesitation, it's authority over your own life. And when authority replaces urgency, choices stop repeating the past and start building a future that feels safe, sustainable, and true. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here for part 5, this message has now reached the layer Archangel Michael intended it to reach all along, and your heart needs this right now. This is where the warning becomes trust, and trust becomes a way of living that no longer needs constant confirmation. Listen to this. The reason you're feeling calmer instead of anxious is because the warning already did its work. It didn't come to frighten you, it came to free you. Free you from the inner debate that used to drain your energy. Free you from the emotional negotiations you used to have with yourself. Free you from the habit of questioning what your body already knew. Don't scroll. This message is for you because the most powerful protection doesn't feel dramatic, it feels relieving. Listen to this. Archangel Michael confirms that when a warning comes with peace instead of panic, it's because you're no longer being trained through pain. You're being guided through awareness. And awareness doesn't shout, it settles. That settling you feel right now is wisdom integrating into your nervous system. Your heart needs this right now because wisdom that lives in the body doesn't disappear when emotions rise. Don't scroll. Think about how different you feel compared to earlier seasons of your life. Back then, uncertainty felt unbearable. You rushed decisions just to feel relief. You mistook urgency for importance. You believed that if something mattered, it would feel intense. Listen to this. That belief was learned, not true. And this warning arrived to gently dismantle it. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you are now learning that what is meant for you feels steady enough to wait. Listen to this. The warning didn't say, stop trusting. It said, trust differently. Trust the calm. Trust the pause. Trust the moment when nothing feels forced. Your heart needs this right now because forcing was never your destiny, it was your survival strategy. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael is helping you release the survival version of yourself without rejecting who you had to be. That version kept you alive. This version will help you thrive. Listen to this. You're not becoming distant, you're becoming grounded. You're not withdrawing, you're discerning. And discernment feels like space, not walls. Don't scroll. Angel numbers around you now feel different, don't they? They don't feel like urgent signs asking you to act. They feel like nods of reassurance. 1111 feels like alignment already underway. 222 feels like balance holding because you didn't give too much. 444 feels like protection present even when you rest. Listen to this. These numbers are not pushing you forward, they're confirming that slowing down is safe. Don't scroll. This part of the message reaches deeply into soulmate energy again, but this time with peace instead of longing. You are no longer asking, is this my person? You are asking, does this feel safe in my body? And that question changes everything. Your heart needs this right now because the love meant for you will not ask you to override your intuition to stay connected. Recognition feels calm. Recognition feels mutual. Recognition feels like being seen without explanation. Don't scroll. If someone is meant to walk with you, they will not rush your healing or test your boundaries. They will meet you where you are, not where you used to be. Listen to this. Archangel Michael is protecting your future by refining your standards now. Standards are not walls, they are filters that allow alignment to find you. Don't scroll. This message is for you because the warning didn't close doors, it redirected you toward doors that don't require self-sacrifice to open. Listen to this. You may notice after this that your reactions continue to soften. You don't feel pulled to fix, rescue, or explain. You don't feel anxious when silence appears. You don't feel guilty choosing rest over response. That's not apathy. That's emotional maturity stabilizing. Your heart needs this right now because maturity doesn't feel heavy, it feels lighter. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that patience is no longer something you force. It's something that comes naturally when you trust yourself. You trust yourself now. Maybe not loudly, maybe not perfectly, but enough to pause, enough to listen, enough to choose peace over familiarity. Listen to this. Familiarity is comfortable, but comfort is not the same as alignment. Don't scroll. There may still be moments ahead where the old pull tries to return, the urge to rush, to prove, to move quickly so you don't miss out. When that happens, remember how this warning felt. Calm. Steady. Quiet. That feeling is your compass now. Your heart needs this right now because compasses don't shout, they guide consistently. Don't scroll. You were warned at the perfect moment because you were finally ready to trust what didn't come with adrenaline. You were finally ready to choose clarity over chaos. You were finally ready to believe that peace is not boring, it's sustainable. Listen to this. The life you are stepping into does not require constant recovery. It supports you. It meets you. It grows with you instead of pulling from you. Don't scroll. This part exists because staying present long enough to feel peace without questioning it is how transformation completes itself. Most people feel calm and rush away, afraid it won't last. You stayed. And staying is how peace learns your name. Take one slow breath right now. Feel how grounded you are. That grounded feeling is not hesitation, it's trust embodied. And because you stayed, because you listened, because you honored the warning instead of overriding it, Archangel Michael's confirmation deepens. The moment you paused was the moment everything quietly began to align. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if you are still here at the very end, this message has reached you exactly as it was meant to, and your heart needs this right now. This is the closing moment Archangel Michael intended, where confirmation becomes certainty and certainty becomes peace you can finally keep. Listen to this. You didn't stay because you were searching for answers, you stayed because something inside you recognized truth before your mind could argue with it. That recognition is sacred. It's the quiet yes your soul gives when protection arrives without fear attached. Archangel Michael confirms that the warning you received was not meant to scare you into action, but to steady you into alignment. And because you listened, something has already shifted, not outside of you, but within you. Your breath is slower. Your thoughts are softer. Your body feels safer. That calm is not emptiness, it's the signal that repetition has lost its grip. Don't scroll. This message is for you because endings like this are not dramatic, they are decisive. Listen to this. The perfect moment didn't come when everything was falling apart, it came when you were finally strong enough to choose differently without needing a crisis to justify it. In the past, lessons arrived through pain, confusion, or collapse. This time, guidance arrived through awareness. Through a pause. Through a knowing that didn't need proof. Your heart needs this right now because awareness is the reward for every lesson you already survived. Don't scroll. This final moment reaches deeply into love and soulmate energy, because love is where the warning mattered most. Whether a soulmate is approaching, revealing truth, or gently stepping out of your life, hear this clearly: love aligned with your destiny does not require urgency to stay alive. Recognition feels calm. Recognition feels mutual. Recognition feels like being met without pressure or performance. You once believed intensity meant importance. Now you know peace means compatibility. Listen to this. That shift alone changes everything. Don't scroll. Your spiritual awakening has reached embodiment. You are no longer chasing signs to tell you what to do, you are trusting the signals your body gives you without apology. Angel numbers may still appear, but now they feel like affirmations instead of instructions. 1111 confirms alignment already in motion. 222 reassures balance is holding because you didn't overextend. 444 reminds you protection is present even when you rest. These are confirmations that you listened in time. Your heart needs this right now because trust has replaced urgency, and trust is what allows blessings to stay instead of passing through. Don't scroll. Archangel Michael wants you to understand something before this message closes: restraint is not loss. Waiting is not weakness. Pausing is not failure. These are signs of authority over your own life. Authority doesn't rush. Authority doesn't explain itself. Authority chooses from calm instead of habit. And because you chose calm, you didn't repeat the past, you released it. Listen to this. After this moment, you may notice subtle changes that feel almost invisible at first. You respond slower. You explain less. You don't feel the same pull toward familiar chaos. Silence no longer scares you. These are not coincidences, they are evidence that the warning integrated fully. Your heart needs this right now because integration is what turns guidance into lived peace. Don't scroll. There may still be moments ahead when doubt tries to whisper, "What if I missed something?" Hear this clearly: what is meant for you does not require panic to secure it. Destiny does not punish discernment. Destiny responds to alignment. And alignment responds to peace. Listen to this. One day, and that day may come sooner than you think. You will look back at this exact moment, the moment you didn't scroll, the moment you stayed until the very last word, and realize this was the turning point. Not because something dramatic happened, but because something didn't happen. You didn't override your intuition. You didn't rush. You didn't repeat. Your heart needs this right now because sometimes the greatest miracle is what you were spared from. Don't scroll. This ending was written for those who watch until the end, because staying means you were ready to integrate the message, not just hear it. Take one final slow breath. Feel how grounded you are. Feel how calm feels different from fear. That calm is your confirmation. And because you stayed, because you listened, because you trusted the warning when it mattered, Archangel Michael's message completes itself here: you were warned at the perfect moment. Not to limit you, not to delay you, but to protect the future that finally feels safe enough to step into.